Good morning on this Sunday, December the 16th. We just have like 8 more days towards Christmas Eve, right? And maybe like 7 more days for my get-together pre-Christmas party with my friends here. But I'm getting ready for the first time that I'm doing my sofrito. It's a Puertorican sofrito, we call it. Yeah, as a little kid, my mom would always make it, and she would tell me to go to the store and get the ingredients. I'm going to show you the ingredients, and I actually prepared it first. It's all cut up, and it's important to drain it and cut out like the little pieces that are especially on the peppers. I'm going to show you. Okay, this is the coriander, which we call regao. I use both of them. I use that one, the one with the laurel leaf, which is actually this one as an example right here. And then I use the short one, the short leaves. What I like to do is I rinse it out and I take out the stems. I really don't like the long stems. Some people just throw it in with the long stems and everything, but I really don't like it. And these we call ajicitos, which you can see here. And some are Jamaican hot, so you got to be very careful. If you like your food spicy, then it's fine. These are not spicy. Apparently, I picked a good one. These are made in the Dominican Republic. And I used green pepper. Some people use bell peppers, so you could go either way. And also red peppers. And of course, I got organic garlic here. It's tedious. You got to peel it. But in the long run, you're going to have more flavor in your food. So that's certified organic. As well as the coriander. Because I wasn't going to really get the original one, which is less expensive. But I just found this one, which is organic. And it's just as good. And it smells absolutely delicious. Once you put these ingredients, forget about it. Your food and the beans or the rice, it just comes out delicious. Like last year, I bought the made one, but there's no comparison when you make your homemade. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little fun. I'm going to throw these in here first. The garlic. I'm throwing it here into the, this is our old-fashioned blender. I mean, I think I have found this. I don't remember exactly where. In the glass, and we're going to throw these in here. I'll throw a few. And make sure that it's chopping. We just got to put the top on. And see how this works out. It's already talking there. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is put a little more inside. If it's not, we could always switch to make it more liquefied if it gets too like kind of hard. So I'm gonna throw more in here. Maybe a little fun, maybe go with a little less to make sure that it's moving around in there. This is a high-speed blender. You have my other blender that I used to make my coquito, my Puerto Rican coquito. I'll show you when I start making it. I'll make a video on that also. It seems to be working. You could also use a food processor, especially like for the garlic, since it's a little more hard. You could do that and then just throw it in at the end, but I chose to do it this way too. See if I could finish up here a little quicker. Okay, I guess we could throw some more in here. Boom, bingo. Bingo, yes, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, so I really like to drain the stuff out and put napkins inside, because what happens is if you throw in all wet, it's going to come out very liquefied. So I really don't want that. Okay, I'm gonna put this. It just takes like a few seconds. That's all. Okay, now we're gonna go. I guess we're gonna go with the peppers. We'll throw a couple in there. Yeah, you don't want to throw like the whole thing in there. Okay. It's starting to smell so delicious already. So you could imagine the aroma once you start cooking. This one doesn't really getting chopped up. Maybe I threw too many inside. Okay, just watch your fingers, take it out. Okay, what we're gonna do is go out more with the leaves. See, we get this more liquefied in here. Okay, so throw a few leaves in there. This is the haricao, the one with the leaves, the coriander. Yeah, you know, coriander and parsley, which we also use for pasta and lasagna, which I'm gonna make also for this Christmas gathering I'm having here on the 23rd. I'll make it extra special this year. Okay. Going down very slow. Okay, we're gonna see we push this down. Make sure when you're doing this it's off. Okay. 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 It's getting there. Surely but surely. Let me see. I think this is a spoon. I could put a little more pressure in here. Make sure just that it's off. Because if you do this, God forbid, with that blade running, either you're going to get a shock and you're going to mess up your blender. You're going to mess up those plates, which you really don't want. So it'll be a time to get a new one if you do that. And I do not want to mess this one because this is goes back I don't know how many years, because this is an old Osterizer. You can see there's only one button, but you could see the speed on it. It has a very good motor. And the thing with these things is you don't want to run the motor too long because you can really mess it up. So you got to be careful too with that. Okay, put that there. Put the lid back on. You always want to put the lid on, because if you don't, you're gonna have a whole mess around the place. And I got one of my Christmas dishes out. I have another one over there on the far left there by those little mirrors there. And I have the Santa way in the back there by the dish detergent. Okay, back to the haricao. Okay. It's like this blender is a little funny. Okay, but it's coming along. It's coming along, and it's starting to smell so good, that garlic, because there's so much flavor. Yeah, the flavor is incredible. You're going to see at the end how this gets all liquefied here. I think some people like you could also add like oil to it. And like a pinch of salt. I'm going to add later on like a pinch of salt. Okay, I had a little spoon there, but it fell. So I got to get another one. Okay, put the top back on. And let's see what happens here again. Okay, it's starting to cut up. I'm gonna put some more of these haricao. I think those peppers, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them up a little smaller, and they'll probably do the trick at the end to make them more like liquefied, because you see they're kind of long, and this blender is saying no way, Jose. Okay. Meantime, let's see what this is. We're going to come back in a few seconds. Okay, we're back again. What I'm going to throw in now is the red peppers. Just a few of them. You don't want to really overdo it. And see if this gets really liquefied here. Put the top back on. Okay, we're gonna give him a break. Give the blender a break because it seems like it wants to go around and round for some reason. Okay, it is tight. I'm just gonna double check to make sure we don't want no accidents here. Okay, anyway, got a break. Then we're gonna, but you see how it got liquefied? Okay, I just got a couple of red peppers, which I was throwing in. It's so loud that you see I can't really even talk. It's the headache. I was still here now. I'd probably go inside easier. So I'm gonna throw some of these, the jecitos. Remember this, the hot Jamaican ones. If you like your headache spicy, then you get the hot Jamaican ones. Then we got the other coriander, the long one. I mean, my mother really, she liked both of them. Some people just like the ones with the leaves and they throw it in with the stems. I don't really like the stems. And I cut off the ends. And I rinse it off here with water. So I want it to be nice and clean. Just remember, you're going to eat the stuff that's there. Okay, let's go back to work here. It smells so delicious. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. Give it a break. This thing, you don't really want it to overheat and get hot. Okay, like I said, 8 more days. That's all you have for Christmas Eve. So you're going to make something special for your guests. Make it extra special. Sometimes you want to go the extra mile. So it's good to go also the extra mile. Because it'll be a memorable dinner that your guests will have. And they'll remember that for always. And for you taking the time to go out of your way. So that's important to remember. And the headache out, remember this, you could always put in the refrigerator. And you could also freeze it. I've seen some videos where some people put them in ice cube trays. They let it harden. Then from the ice cube trays, you take it out and you could put it like in a sandwich bag or a freezer bag. It's better a freezer bag because you really want it sealed so it doesn't get that smell from the other stuff you have in the freezer, and you don't want the whole smell freezing up whatever you have in the freezer also. Okay, we're going to get back to work. We're going to put some of the long coriander that you see here. Okay, hopefully this will go on. Give it a break. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these actually a little smaller. I can't even rip it with my hands. Well, I prefer the knife. So I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, we're moving along. Okay, now we're going to turn this back on. I already put the stuff inside, as you can see. I might have to put on the lid, depending. I might have to go down. Okay, I think that's it. We've done finito. Yep, finito. Okay, good morning on this Sunday, the 16th of December 2018. Yeah, the year's almost over. Okay, so it's all done. I'll put this on my Facebook, my YouTube channels. Twitter I won't, because they cut your videos anyway. Instagram, it's short too with videos. You might get a little short video there if I put it on there. Anyway, here's the little deer. He's ready for his Christmas. He's saying there's 8 more days until Christmas. Let me see if I get him there. There he goes, right there. He has his nose up in the air because he smells the sofrito. Okay, there's a little Christmas tree. And I'm still not even, I'm about halfway done here in the kitchen. Okay, getting ready for the holidays. I got a whole mess over there. Got to clean those dishes pretty soon. And put this over there. Okay, my first time Raymon Sofrito. Here you can see my little jukebox there. Actually, it's hooked up to the computer, so right now my friend has it off. So one day I'll give you a demonstration and have all the selections of the songs there. It goes way back. Salsa there and some other songs. Okay, have a great day on this Sunday, December 16th. And I hope you learn how to make sofrito. It's not really that hard. You could also go on your YouTube channels and there's easier ways how to make it. This is the way I chose to make it today. And also add a little pinch of salt at the end, and that's it. You don't really have to add it in, or you don't have to add oil. Just remember, don't store any glass in the freezer because it will break. So you're just gonna have it in the refrigerator. What I'm gonna do, I had so much. I'll put like this here. You get these like from fast foods. Put it here. This I could put in the freezer and also put it in a bag, so it doesn't get the smell in the freezer. I have a little one too. This one. So the glass jar that I'll be using here that I'll leave in the refrigerator is this one. So from this jar, this is the one I'm gonna use for the arroz con gandules, the rice with chicken peas, which I'll make on Sunday very early morning. If not Saturday real late. This way is ready to go for my guests when they start arriving at 1 o'clock on Sunday, the 23rd, the pre-Christmas Eve party. Okay, so long. Take care. Be well. Be healthy. And have a great day. Bye-bye.